One moment, you have a cute little raccoon helping you out. Next, you have a screaming bird chasing you down. What a weird intro, I know, but it's simple for the game. I don't have a lot of criticism for the game, as it is such a great start. However, as Unique said, it was more of a tester type. Chapter 1 was supposed to be the pilot episode for the game, pretty much, and it has done very well. Indigo Park. It's an indie horror game that, in my eyes, has huge potential. If you haven't heard of this game, please do me a favor and check this out. Link to the creator and the Steam page will be in the description. Chapter 1 was very short, but I can tell you that this game will explode over the years if they make it work somewhat like Chapter 1. But in my vision as a player, I want to compare this heavily to FNAF, and I can see how this could spiral into something amazing just like that series. Now, my main reason for liking this game so much is Rambley the Raccoon. Plain and simple, Otterboy VA did an amazing job, and the writing for Rambley is incredible. Being a delighted character in this scenery is a little strange, but I'm sure that's how many people come to love him. Enough glazing over Rambley, let's talk about the game itself and why the people behind it are incredible. The game is pretty simple as you play it. It's very linear, as I said in my first playthrough, but the atmosphere they lead you through is special. As a Disney fan, so is Unique's, who would have thought, you could see a lot of ties into each other. That instantly stood out once I saw the opening to the game. It is a pretty simple idea for the player to explore the abandoned theme park. However, the fact that they give a whole new name to mascot horror makes up for it. If you don't know, Rambley is an AI, which is how you can help the player. Again, these are simple ideas, but they are mashed together perfectly. As you travel through the park, of which Rambley is trying to get you to have fun, you see more and more of the park in ruins. As players learn more about the park, they can see that there are some clear stories being told here, and I think that is very cool. I don't want to spoil too much of Chapter 1, but it has been out for a couple of months now, so there are a couple of parts of the game where it can seem bland, like the chase scene in Chapter 1, but it was bound to happen with everything that was leading up, so I believe it gets a pass. Plus, the area where it happens is very cool. The lore behind the game is fed to you in small bites, but if you pay close attention to the areas, you can find collectibles that will give you even more lore and history surrounding the park and its mascots. Like, what's up with Rambley and Lloyd? The way they show you each character at the start is also very unique. You go through Rambley's railroad, definitely not a runaway railroad, and you see each character and what they are like. Molly is a pilot who crashes a lot. Finley is a sea serpent who is obnoxiously shy. Then the beef that Lloyd and Rambley have because there's a ton of attention at Lloyd. It's a pretty cool intro to the main characters, of which one is always following you. These aren't all the characters though, as Unique's has stated they will introduce new people in the next chapters. So let's see if Rambley is still the most loved. In my eyes, he is. These characters are all the versions that Rambley will see as you go through the park, as seen in the music video for Rambley Review. It's a good song, by the way. The future of this game is looking very bright. We are all waiting for Chapter 2, and it will be big. As Unique streams, you get to learn more about the work they will add to it, but no spoilers. People are very excited about this because the money received for the starter was insane. They beat the goal in day 1, I believe, so the fan base is excited, but sadly, you have to wait a year. The chapter is said to be longer and has more attention to detail around its surroundings. Again, Chapter 1 was a hook, but UG said that they would put more attention to detail in it. Also, if you enjoy the credits at the end, another song has been written for this chapter. How do I know? Twitter. Otterboy said that they finished a recording for another song and they cooked. So let's get ready to jam out once more. I'm more excited to learn more about Rambley since his facade fell apart at the end of Chapter 1. Something about the little guy feeling sad makes me feel worse. He is just so likable, really. They will put much more effort into it, and I cannot wait to see the final product. Let's talk about the people now. Of course, you have the creator, Unique Geese, just a great guy. Anyway, UG understands a lot about what mascot horrors should be like. Unique Geese is a streamer and a YouTuber, so of course that means a gamer. Fan of the FNAF series, so we can piece together that he knows how to create the game into this genre. Overall, Unique Geese seems amazing and very entertaining. Plus, if you watch the streams post Indigo Park, you get to see some tidbits about Chapter 2. Then there is Otterboy VA, who voiced Rambley. Otter seems very friendly and just an all-around loved person. While watching the stream of playing Indigo Park for the first time, it stood out that the people who voiced never even played the game. It was a very cool experience to watch Otter play through the game and just see what they thought of it. Otter fits the role of Rambley very well, and many other people would also agree. Also, a Godzilla fan, so that's a win right there. Then the people behind the story. Rec D and Jake Neutron. I know I probably said that wrong, sorry about that. They did an amazing job, of course with UG behind the wheel. I feel like the story that they told, while it was short, leads to something huge that will get their player base to stick with them as they go through the chapters. Also, if they continue adding more songs, it will make the experience more enjoyable. Rambley Review is always in my brain at all times of the day. Many more people created this masterpiece, and all I can do is say thank you so much. I feel like Unique Geese is such an amazing person and will continue delivering good quality content to watch and play. I believe this game is in the best developers' hands, and I'm thankful to play the game. It was also confirmed that UG wants to revamp Chapter 1 later on, like once more chapters have been released, so if you have a problem with it now, just you wait. I am a huge mascot horror fan, and as I keep saying, they did a great job adding this to the genre. It was needed because recently the games in this have been rather boring, and they all seem the same. No hate to them though, as many of those games have a lot of effort put into them. We can all say that indie devs are amazing because it's true. Supporting them when you can. Try it. It will actually make their life a lot better. FNAF paved the way for this genre, and I think that UG can say that there was some inspiration. I cannot speak for them though, so yeah. The story and characters are great, and even the lore seems great. The path that they have put the player down does seem a little clunky though, because one moment you are running for your life, the next Rambley is being adorable, and you are somehow forced into helping restore the park. This does pave the way to meet new characters, hence why Chapter 2 will be a biggie, but also see more of the park and discover more rides. One can hope that by doing this, you get to learn more about Salem and their doings. That is something that I have seen in a lot of these types of games where you are forced to improve something, so it's a little copy and paste, but some games make it work while others not so much. One thing that I do want to see more of though is banger songs. I just keep yapping about these songs, but they are all well put together. Each song where there are no vocals does sound similar, however there is a reason for that, and I think that it's pretty cool. Each character, and I believe the location, is an iteration of the theme park's song. I could be wrong about the main song here, but it does sound like it. Also, a cool detail about Rambley Review is the lyrics are changed in his version instead of normal lyrics to the main song. It's a pretty neat touch that they added, but god, that hits so hard. Also, not to mention the lore in that music video, 2 separate views of the same thing might give us a glimpse into the little AI's mind. Overall, this is my opinion and view of the game, and I hope that many others can see and hop on board. It's just something refreshing, and we really needed that in this genre. Plus, I mean, Trash Panda, who doesn't love them? Thank you all so much for watching, and I would like to point out that we have gotten so far in my YouTube journey. Thank you so much. The next couple of weeks are going to be a bit more challenging for me to create content though, as I will be going back to school. Fun, I know. I hope to at least put something out there, but it might go back to clips and maybe some essay type videos like this one. So for motivation, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment. This game is great and I cannot wait to see what is in store. I want to see more of this little guy. Thank you all once again, and I hope you have a good one. Like, what's up with Rambley and Lloyd? Mouse ain't mousing.